Hello, tribe. This is the Married Truth Lounge. Lessons and blessings through real life experience, uncut, unfiltered use of wisdom. Hey. Now, y'all know I got this blonde wig on for a reason. I was in Goodwill doing my little thrifty shopping, and I came across this costume blonde wig, and I said to myself, now, I think I'm going to use this for the Married Truth Lounge. And this is the women that has adapted the ride or die syndrome. Women that have adapted the ride or die syndrome. No matter what they may do, they just find every excuse to continue to be with them. They don't care. Now this video might step on a lot of toes, but you know what? If it step on your toes, it was meant to step on your toes for a reason. Because you need to wake up and come to reality and move on. Because you not only being abused mentally, spiritually, or perhaps physically. Because a lot of women, when they get abused physically, they find every excuse why that man should have laid hands on them. Oh, well, he just was having a bad day. And you know what, I just said something that I shouldn't have said. That's a dumb blonde. Dumb bunny. Oh, he, I wasn't acting right that particular day, and he just in confined someone on the job, and they ended up having an affair. Oh, it was my fault. Dumb black blonde. Dumb bunny. Okay. You know, just being a dumb bunny. They think of every reason to hang on to that man. And it's a shame. I see it all the time. The man don't work. You come to work, you work these long hours, and he has your car, driving other women around in your car, and he is having him a grand old time with your car, your money, and probably going back to the apartment and just continue having a grand old time with the woman. I mean, and you just turn a deaf eye. You turn a deaf ear. You know that this is going on, but you don't care because you is so infatuated and quote in love with this man, which is nothing. Is that's not even much love at all, because you just ignorant and just dumb and plain and stupid. I'm just gonna say it, tell it like it is, because I don't like women that let themselves be used by these men. I mean, the man has completely brainwashed you, and this wig represent being a dumb bunny. A dumb bunny. You done seen the messages on his phone from other women. You done heard him talking to other women. You done heard him talking about other women to his homeboys. He actually done told you that he got a girlfriend and he done had a baby and he was with this girl and that girl, and you still is with this man. Oh, come on now. How dumb can you be? I mean, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I see it, I hear it. It's nothing that can justify letting a man. I don't care. Y'all women got to get over. You got some women, they be like, well, you know, he's the father of my kid, blah, blah, blah. Y'all got to get over that. Y'all got to get over that. I remember when, you know, I probably shouldn't have said it to my daughter's father, but I remember he was, you know, when I broke up with him, my daughter was, I think she was about 3 years old, something like that. And he was saying, well, you know what, I'm her dad and blah, blah, blah. I said, well, you just a man I missed had a baby from. I think I really hurt his feeling, but at the time I really didn't care. But y'all just got to get over that. You have to get over that. If that man is not treating you the way you deserve, and you know what, some of y'all women, y'all like that. Y'all like the men calling y'all all type of bitches and hoes and all that. Y'all have adapted to that behavior. Y'all like that life. Y'all like that what the man take. Oh, you bitch, come in, you hoe and all that. Y'all think it's cute. And y'all, some women don't think the man love them unless they beating on them. Like I said, they try to think of every excuse why they should stay with that man. Every excuse. Oh, well, we've been together 10 years plus, 5 years plus, 10 years plus, 15 years plus. If that man treating you like trash, none of that matters. None of that matters. And the only way you're going to get your power back is to put your foot down with yourself. You're going to have to get in a quiet spot. And like they say, they talking about you can talk to yourself, but don't answer yourself. I say do both, talk and answer yourself. Because you just got to sit down with yourself and put your foot down and say, you know what, I got to get out of this. No matter if he is you putting your life in jeopardy. When you still with a man and you know he's sleeping around and all that kind of stuff, he can bring, you know how many cases where I done heard where women, the wife done died from HIV from AIDS and all this kind of stuff because her husband brought her that from out in the street. He done messed around with somebody and he done brought it to her, and these jokers still living and walking around, and the wife dead and gone. So if you got a man that's sleeping around and all that kind of stuff, I learned my lesson when my two oldest children father brought me gonorrhea. I learned my lesson right there. I said, oh hell no, That's why he was a nice looking man, like I said, bow-legged, all that kind of stuff. And he was around there sleeping around and that's why I ain't keen about men who look good. I'm not keen about that, because them men who look good, look real good, them the ones be doing all that stuff. They be doing all that dirty stuff. They really do. They really do. They do a lot of stuff. They know the women like them for their looks and their style and their swag and all that kind of stuff. And the next thing you know, and a man that's on the go. And I'd rather have a man that's not that handsome, but that's gonna be faithful to me. That's gonna be faithful to me than somebody. Hey, he can look like a butthole in the face, but if he clean and he faithful, that, And then you got these, like I said, you got these women, they work hard and stuff, and they men be out doing whatever the hell they want to do. With their cars, with their houses, and all this kind of stuff. They basically taking care of the man, taking care of the way he want to dress and his lifestyle and weed, and asking you for money for weed, asking you for money to get drugs, asking for money to get jewelry, and they might be asking you for money to buy the next woman something. Most likely they are. So y'all women, y'all need to stop it. Y'all need to take y'all power back and stop being a black blonde, a dumb bunny. Because every time y'all do something crazy, that's what y'all looking like, a dumb bunny. And if you got kids, think about what they're looking at. Think about how they gonna grow up letting a man do that to them. You got to set an example. You got to take the lead. You the mother. And if you want the best for your daughter, whatever, you got to set a good example. If that child see how the father is treating you, well, how you think they gonna grow up? They gonna think it's okay for their man to do that. Or it's our, a lot of women come from families that, as long as he's taking care of the home and whatever he do out in the street, that's his business. No, That right there, y'all need to get away from all that saying. That is just dumb. That's being a dumb bunny. A dumb bunny. Y'all need to take your power back and stop being a doormat for these men. And like I say, it might start off, a lot of times, you might start off with a 50-50, but if you got a good, decent man and that man really want to make a good life for you to live, eventually that 50-50 can break away, because I done seen that in a lot of relationships. Like I said, my first husband, he in the little apartment he had, he paid everything, but then he did admit it, like, hey, it was too much for him. He couldn't take care of me, myself, the family and all that. He did admit it. But he did, you know, I was home when I was pregnant and all that. That little apartment we had, he took care of everything. In my second marriage, I didn't, in my second marriage, my husband didn't give me money, but he let me keep my work money, you know. He might need a little 100 here and there, but it wasn't many times that he needed that money. He said, I know me, he was Jamaican, he was 17 years older than me. He said, I know me, don't give you money, but that's why I try to let you I do my best to try to let you hold on to your own money. Like I say, if he was in the tight and he needed a little 100 here, 200 here, yeah, I gave it to him with no problem. But he took care of the household, he bought food, all that kind of stuff. We bought groceries every week. We went to the grocery store. We bought food. You know, when I look back on it, I don't know how we made it, but hey, things were cheaper then. We made it. We lived in a nice house, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, food, all that kind of stuff. House looked really nice and stuff. And a woman, I truly believe a woman should not have to pay for the roof over her head. A man should pay that. If anything, hey, like I said, I don't have no problem paying the little light bill and buying food in the house. I ain't got no problem with that. You know, hey, you know, I don't have no problem with that. But when it comes to them big bills, I got a problem with. I'm not paying no big bills like that. Mortgage and rent and big anything else that can be big. I'm not paying it. I'm sorry, but you know, right now I can say my husband, who I have now, he doing a good job of, you know, paying what we need to pay, you know. So I can say that, but and I can have money to, you know, travel and look, you know, buy my little stuff for myself, my little personal stuff, get my nails did, makeup, all that kind of stuff, buy clothes, all that stuff. And, you know, sometimes I go in the store, I'm compelled to buy. Sometimes I go in the store, I'm not compelled to buy. It all depends on the vibe I get when I walk in that store. Sometimes I might walk in that store, ain't nothing in here, I can move on and move on. And I might go to another store, but right now I'm just concentrating on building my brand and getting stuff for my YouTube channel. But I want to tell y'all, women, please do not be a dumb blonde. Get your power. Take your power. Take your power back. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. Don't be a dumb bunny at all. And you can take your power back at any time. Anytime. You don't ain't got to be a certain time. Make up your mind. Hey, what you gonna do, and do it. And it all depends on what type of man you got. You know, you got a violent one, whatever. Don't tell him nothing. Make him think that you gonna have the best time of your life the next day or whatever. And you just get yourself together and go with the clothes on your back. You can always replace things, but you can't place no more you. Stop being used and abused, and live your life to the fullest. You was put here to live a very nice extravaganza lifestyle, and it don't matter what's in your pocket or whatever. You just have to speak it into existence. Once you speak it into existence, it will manifest itself into reality. You just have to believe it, and don't keep it in your mind. Write it down, your goals and dreams and affirmation, and believe me, you look at that and read it every day, it will come to pass. Because a lot of things in my life, that's how it came to pass. It manifests itself. It manifests itself right before my eyes. I wrote it down, I put up a vision board, I just meditated, and I did my affirmations every day and believed that the universe was going to make it happen, and it happened. And the universe do not have no respect for person. What he did for me, he can do for you. Like I said, right now I'm in the process of manifesting my house, and I know I will be in my house. I got this little temporary content, little space, but I truly believe that I will have my own room, bathroom for myself, and I will have my own studio. And I know it will happen. But I'm getting ready to end this video because I ran into some more technical problems with this iPhone telling me I ain't got enough storage. I am continuously deleting stuff off my phone. So I'm just hoping that I can delete enough where that thing don't pop up no more. I'm not going to go to 20 minutes because like when I go to 20 minutes, that's when it pop up, and I don't want my video to cut off without me saying peace, love, and happiness. I like closure in my video. But, you know, I just want to drop some nuggets, share my will, knowledge, and understanding what I've been through, and do not be used by nobody, and teach your daughters and your sons not to be used by nobody, because you are kings and queens, and we have to continue being the highest version of ourselves. And I will see you guys in my next video. I love you all. Thank you for my subscribers that I do have. Thank you for my subscribers that I will be getting. And stay tuned. Peace, love, and happiness. And I will see you all in my next video.